Alright guys, here we have the AudioControl LC-1.1500 on the test bench. Got it wired up to my Infinity Kappa Perfect 12-inch sub at 4 ohms. Got the ACR1 remote connected, controlling the level. Let's try a little bass music and let's see how much power we're getting to the actual subwoofer. What do you say? My name is Derek and I test amplifiers to see how much power they actually put out. If you enjoy those kind of things, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Let's go on and see what we have today. Audio control. Yes, we're going to talk audio control again. Those who didn't see my previous video, make sure you check it out. Test an amplifier from the mid-90s. See if it blew up or see if it actually performed well. Check the video description. Today we're going to talk about the LC-1.1500, Audio Control's largest power amplifier at the time for bass. This one is rated at 4 ohms, 850 watts, and at 2 ohms, 1500 watts. It is not rated for 1 ohm. Not everybody needs a 1 ohm stable amp, and Audio Control decided this would be 2 ohm. It does have high-end features such as a 24 dB per octave crossover. You can get a remote bass level adjustment with it as well, and it has a 5-year manufacturer warranty. Pretty impressive. So the retail price is $7.99, but most dealers sell this amp for $6.99. Let's take a closer look and see what's inside the box. As you can see, there's not much, but they do include a guitar pick, customized, pretty cool. It has the manual and it has a little hex key. Let's use the hex key to take off this top plate so you can see more about the controls of the amp. Here it has silk screening that tells you the model number and some of the features about the amp. The dimensions, it's actually really small, 12 inches by 8 inches. There's a millimeter equivalence also. So very small footprint for a 1500 watt amp. And it's about 2 inches, a little over 2 inches thick. So again, this should fit under the seat of most vehicles. Starting left to right, there are 4 40 amp ATC style fuses. There are 1 alt inputs for power and ground, with the remote terminal being in the center. So you actually could use a dual inputs if you wanted to. And on the top, you have the protection and power LED. You have the signal sense switch and AccuBase adjustments. As you go further to the right, there are the high-level inputs and the low-level inputs. High levels via a little plug, and low levels obviously via RCA line-level inputs. There's also an ACR1 remote level control port. Uses a telephone-style connector. On the top of the amp, you have the crossover frequency, the gain, the polarity switch. And then on the far right here of the amp, you have the speaker outputs. This is a monoblock amplifier, but it does give you the ability to connect 2 different speakers. Just make sure you're not less than 2 ohms. We also got the ACR1 bass control knob, which really just adjusts the level of the amplifier. This is a very high quality piece here. It's all metal. Tell it's built very well. It comes with a 20-foot cable, so that should make it to the front of most vehicles without any trouble. Now let's get the amplifier wired up and we'll fire up the dyno. For those who don't know what the amplifier dyno is, it's essentially a testing machine that tells you the actual output power of amplifiers that are connected up to it. So let's try first the 4 ohm test. This amplifier is rated 850 watts at 14.4 volts DC. The certified test takes us up to 1% total harmonic distortion. Let's see what we get. 1034 watts at 14.38, and very nice, 80% efficient. Next up, we'll run the uncertified test at 40 Hertz. This takes us up to the clipping point of the amplifier. 1095 watts, 14.46, 73% efficient. The final 4 ohm test is the dynamic test. This is a 40 Hertz pulse track, kind of like a kick drum, kicking sounds into your ears, although this is silent. 1099 watts at 14.26. Now let's try a 2 ohm test, rated 1500 watts, 14.4 volts. Certified test up first, 1% THD. Oh yes, got the 1500 watts easy. 1631, 14.46. Check out that efficiency, 78%. Very nice. Next up, we'll do the uncertified run. Again, this takes us up to clipping point of the amplifier. Again, well beyond the rated specs. Almost 1700 watts, 14.22 volts, 74% efficient. Last up, we'll do the dynamic test at 2 ohms. Simulating speakers. Again, it has nice dynamic headroom, and we got right at 14.4, 1779 watts. Alright, so you just saw all the results, but I am going to show you the dyno sheet here. You're welcome to pause if you would like to read this up close. Basically, very good numbers, extremely good efficiency, especially at the 2 ohm number where we got over 1600 watts, 78% certified. Very nice. Good job here, AudioControl. Now I bet you're wondering, what's inside? Well, you know what we got to do? Take this joker apart. And it had 4 screws here on the top. And I was hoping that top plate would come off, but no. Had to take off many more screws here on the side, including some that were hex, but I wasn't going to let you guys down. We can get inside of it. Let's see. Ooh, here we go. Check out the beauty here. You see the filter caps there on the left. Nice sized transformer. There's a fan in the center. There are the rail caps for the outputs. You got a couple chokes on the other side. This uses 2200 microfarad Yuscons, 105 degrees Celsius for the rails. Low ESR, nice caps. And 105 degrees Celsius on the input as well, filtering. And then, yeah, this is a unique design. I've never seen one like this before, so I take it AudioControl has their own designs going on here. Now, let's check it out with a little subwoofer action. What you say? Alright guys, here we have the AudioControl LC-1.1500 on the test bench. Got it wired up to my Infinity Kappa Perfect 12-inch sub at 4 ohms. Got the ACR1 remote connected, controlling the level. Let's try a little bass music, and let's see how much power we're getting to the actual subwoofer. What do you say? It is absolutely giving that Infinity sub all it can handle, and it sounds so clean. Not a hint of distortion. Oh my God. AudioControl, you have got a winner here. I wanted to pause it right here so you could see 897 watts at 4.7 ohms going to the sub. Woo! She was bumping hard. Alright guys, so there you have my test and overview of the AudioControl LC-1.1500. In full disclosure, this amplifier was sent to me by AudioControl to test. Did not affect my opinion. This video was not reviewed before I showed it. So yeah, they just wanted me to test it and see what kind of power it got. This amp reminds me a lot of the Rockford Fosgate T1500.1 BDCP. If you check the dyno sheets on both, they're very close. The Rockford does handle 1 ohm loads, whereas the AudioControl does not. However, AudioControl is much smaller of an amplifier and will fit places that the Rockford will not. Thanks as always for watching, commenting, liking. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Visit me, patreon.com/oldschoolstereo. Special thanks, Dustin, Chris, Jay, Matthew, Marcus, Jesus Tire, Soundstream Registry. I'm out of here! Alright, so we're going to take the negative cable here from the amp and hook it up to a test light. This is going to charge the caps. Try to get this on video so you can see it. Alright, so the caps are now charged up, so we'll get minimal spark. Alright, 1.6 ohms. AudioControl LC-1.1500. It's not designed for anything under 2, so let's see if it goes into Protect or if it'll work at 1.6 dynamic. Yeah, boy! Looks like it worked. 1930 to 12.9 in rush current. Here's the final dyno sheet, which shows all the runs, including the 1.6 ohm dynamic run, as well as a couple more 1 ohm loads there on the right. You can pause if you want to see it. Make sure you check out my videos on my channel. I have several hundred videos. I'm getting close to 100,000 subscribers. I'd appreciate you guys subscribing if you like my content. Thanks as always for watching.